Hi, I'm HeathCliff, founder of Everyone Matters. Um, I wanted to share my thoughts about grief and loss and what we're going through. Um, I was struck by my own reaction and how I've been feeling. I've been a bit under the weather, some days better, some days worse. But at the same time, I also noticed that my earlier gung-ho attitude about, you know, rah rah rah, reach out to other people, be solidarity, be loving, connect, and so on, that I've increasingly not wanted to reach out and kind of wanted to be in my own space. And it's true that it's had to do with the fact that I haven't been feeling well physically. But there was a few times over the last week or so that I noticed that if you scratch me, I cry. And it just struck me that I'm feeling more pain than I thought, than I knew I was feeling. And I wondered if that's something that you're feeling as well. And talking about grief, it's like we've lost so much already. And I'm lucky. I'm luckier than many. I have a bit of money in the bank. So I'm not one of those people who only has $400 before um, they're in a gym and they can't pay for something. I don't have this big window. I don't have savings. I don't own a house, but I'm not down to my last dollar. And I live in an apartment by myself. My partner lives in his own apartment. And so I don't share an apartment with five people and being exposed and so on. So, I mean, I'm lucky, lucky in many ways. But I feel tremendous pain and loss and grief. I look what we've lost already. It's like we've lost life as we've had it. And we all know, whether we want to face it or not, that it's not going to be coming back in the same way, not for quite a while. When this ends, whatever it is, June, July, August, September, I just don't know, nor do you, nor do any of us. But what it's going to be like, but we know it's going to be more constrained for the next foreseeable future. I subscribe to a bunch of theaters, and I know that it's going to be many months till we would be able to go see a play. I don't know how comfortable I'm going to feel to go sit in an auditorium of a play or theater. There's so many losses to of our dreams. I had projects, things that I envisioned that that won't be happening. There's so much. I mean, to list it can sound materialistic or superficial or whatever, especially when people are currently fighting for their lives in hospitals and people are homeless and so on. But all of us, I'm saying that to you who may be watching this with me, I am sure that you're grieving as I am, with pain for things that you've lost in your life already, things that you hoped for, planned for, dreamed of, things that were there in your life that you wanted, were hoping, looking forward to. So many plans, dreams, safety net. We don't know whether a Christian who's a barber, whether the shop's going to even open again when things come back to normal. So my message isn't to be downbeat. It's not about that at all. It's to honor our loss, our individual loss, our collective loss, your loss, my loss. That each of us have lost very precious things, if not people in our lives. And I'm grateful I haven't lost anybody in my life. But there are certain dreams that have been cut away and lost, safety that's been lost, safety net that's been lost, fear in the future. And it's painful and it hurts and I'm afraid. I'm being strong. I'm trying to be strong. But I think it's important to honor and touch and access the loss that I feel and the grief that I feel and the tears that are there waiting to be shed, which manifests themselves in the fact that I had to push myself to reach out to somebody that I dearly love, who I've avoided for several weeks because I'm just not up to that kind of conversation. Because to talk to that person with whom I share so much authenticity meant that I had to let down my guard or access feelings and possibly cry, and I didn't know if I wanted to. I didn't when we spoke. But I know that I have many unshed tears that are inside me, and that I'm feeling grief, a lot of grief and sorrow and fear. And I want to say that it's hard to face it, but it's healthy. And I just invite you to also tap into and acknowledge your grief and your loss and your sorrow and your fear. It's better to touch it and feel it and own it, to let it out, to let the tears out, and to share it. I'm sharing it with you. I welcome you to share it with me. Bless you.